Alright, hello. And, my name is Justin. This is my Guildwars 2 account, Nurgle, the Vile One, otherwise as my in-game name is Papa Nurgle. And, this is my contest entry for the very anticipated and exciting, competition that Wooden Potatoes has put out. And what I decided to do for this competition is a bit of a unique one. And this is more so what really sits well for me, and it makes me feel good. It's sort of like a sit down, a kind of like a podcast kind of thing, where I really just talk about how involved and how intertwined Guild Wars 2, Guild Wars, ArenaNet, everything that that company and this title and this franchise has done for me and is involved in my life. And it's a lot deeper than I could ever think about. And I'm going to try and vocalize this as much as possible. But the emotions that are about to be said, I don't know if I'll be able to repeat this. So I can't script it. I have to go solely off of what I'm thinking. So this is just a one take, a one shot. As much as I want those prizes, this is more so just to get something off of my chest because this franchise means a lot for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start out with a timeline depicting my interactions with Guild Wars. And let's start off when I was a kid. I was about 9 years old when Guild Wars first released, and my brother had got it for me. Now, when I was younger, I was homeless. My family had abandoned me, and I was on my own. But we were hopping from houses to houses, foster homes to foster homes, dealing with the homeless life in New York State. And I learned a lot. But one of my most exciting times of my life was playing the game with my brother. That I always kept the case in my backpack. We would go to a public library and we'd play on these really bad computers. But me and my brother, we would be right next to each other. He was always there with me, always, when we played the game. And I had no idea what I was doing. God, the innocence of a child. I've grown so cynical of these games, but when I was a child, the exploration, the everything, I was so infatuated by everything that was Guild Wars, and playing with my brother was just so great. And I made some really great friends that I still talk to, even so many years forward in time. I still talk to my friends that I made sitting at the public library every day. Maybe taking up too much time on the computer, but it was so fun. That was a point in time, in a very difficult time of my life, that I got to relax, sit back, and have a couple of laughs with my brother. Sadly, that ended. A couple years later, life happens. And oh man, but fast forward a bit, insert a couple MMOs in between, and Guild Wars 2 releases. My brother and I have a bit of a spotty relationship. He joined the military. I went ahead and did my own thing. My brother changed. Our relationship kind of grew apart. I love him with all my heart, but we grew distant. But we always had Guild Wars, man. Sorry. Still a sensitive topic. But we always had Guild Wars, and we always played together. I'm so sorry. And he meant everything to me, because when I was young, he was there to protect me, and he was so much smarter than me because, I'm a kid. I had autism, and back then it was really tough. So, if you can imagine a kid being autistic, being abandoned by their parents, homeless, and only having your brother. So, when your brother has some problems and the only bonding experience you have with him is when you're playing video games with him, it means a lot. But so I hadn't talked to him this many years later for a very long time when Guild Wars 2 released. And it released, and I saw him at the midnight release for that game. And I exploded. I exploded in tears because I hadn't seen him since he was deployed to Afghanistan to serve the military. And we got the game together, and we reconnected, and we were able to play again. And it was so beautiful, and everything about the game was so nice, and I enjoyed the lore for the first time again after watching your videos, Wooden Potatoes, and reconnecting with the lore and understanding what's going on. I got so connected with the world with my brother, and we reunited on that. It was amazing. And, this game has gone so far. I mean, the first thing I experienced when I first got into Guild Wars 2 was the fact that we could jump. Man, me and my brother got a kick out of that. This game has gone far beyond what I could ever expect. And enough of the sappy stuff, but let's talk about the game's progression, man. This game has gone so far. I mean, I've spent 15 years of my life just playing MMOs, and playing games. I've played so much, from Korean to Filipino games to French games to North Korean and South Korean games to Vietnamese games. Everything. I've played it all. It's easier for me to list the games that I have played than the games I haven't. And as casual as Guild Wars 2 is, there's always a place in my heart for it. Because, I mean, right now I'm playing a game called Black Desert Online, Lord Cho bless. And he, in that game, it's very hardcore. It's very PvP oriented. But I've always seen Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars as a point of relaxation for me. And I've been taking a hiatus off of Black Desert, and I came back to Guild Wars 2, and it immediately washed onto me. The music, everything, it always just comes back in an emotional wave. It washes over me. This game means so much to me. It's grown so much, from the living story to the world events to I remember having beta footage on my YouTube channel. I think it's still there. I don't know, it might be my old one, of me doing my first world boss, the Shadow Behemoth. God, that was so cool. I remember everything being so cool when I first tried it. Man. And now we got raids. We've had, World v World is being refined. It's in a rough spot, and so is, structured PvP. But everything is so inclusive and so friendly, and everyone gets along so well. There's so much character customization. I mean, in this game, I've created so many unique characters thematically. Everything is just so personalized to me. It gives your characters such an emotional attachment, because I can name every single day and reason for every single piece of armor and items that I put on my characters. I mean, other games I can't do that. Like, man, I remember my first time doing a raid for when Heart of Thorns released, and I was one of the very few people that got the first week kill. I think we got it. We were the third. My guild was the third guild in the pack to kill it. And I was a part of Ethereal Guardians at the time. And I remember we were like, everyone was posting it on Reddit. And I also remember killing the world boss dragon at the very end of Heart of Thorns. And I was so sick. We did it with Ethereal Guardians, and we were the fastest recorded kill. I think we're still one of the most fastest recorded kills for it. And I was losing my voice, and you can still hear me in my video. making call outs and stuff like that with my guilds, and I'm just dying. But I was having a blast. Everything about this game is just a blast. It's so inclusive. Everyone's involved. Everyone loves each other. It is the least toxic environment I've ever seen. I mean, everyone has their gripes and complaints, but it's honestly harder for me to find complaints that outweigh the benefits in this game. I'm a hardcore player at heart. I always strive to be the best. Always. For everything. And this game, you know, I've done the structured PvP. I've been on YouTube channels competing with other people who are really big names in the SPVP scene. I did fight guilds in World v Worlds. I did structured fight guilds things in World v World, and I was renowned as a really great warrior and guardian and commander in World v World. I've done the PvE stuff that I listed. I really strive to be the best, but at the end of the day, unlike these other MMOs like Black Desert Online, like you know, Arcade, or all these other MMOs that are really competitive, at the end of the day, you can just relax and just talk to your friends, you know, do a couple world events, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's on your time. There's no necessity for competition. There's no rush. There's no immediate sense for anything. It's just when you want to do it, it's there. It's there for you whenever you want. And that's just beautiful to me. This game captures something and stands a testament for the gaming industry, for MMOs, and one of the pillars of the MMO community, because it shows you can be an MMO. You can have a nearly completely free MMO experience without being pay to win, with caring for your players. You can do all these things and still be successful if you try and make your game well and really listen to your players. Like, really care. This game showed the fact that sub fees aren't the way to go. And thank God for that. I'm poor, you know. I'm really, really poor. And you know, everything since I've been homeless has been, you know, really a struggle. I mean, I'm blessed now that I live in my own apartment and I can fend for myself. But this game really showed everybody that the gaming industry doesn't have to be money groveling. It doesn't have to be so vicious. And the ethics for it could be beautiful, artistic, well done, smart. Everything can be enjoyed. I mean, literally my only gripe for this game is the fact that it's casual. You know, that's fine though. This game has gone so far, and now, I mean, even the developers, they did Living Story. They just finished Season 3. And then immediately, 2 months later now, an expansion, and they're just going to continue it. What? I don't know, besides Blizzard, and even Blizzard, I don't know any other company that has the most beautiful work ethic that this game does. This game has done so much for me in my life. It's rekindled relationships. It's shown me that there's people that are great. They're great people out there. I have friends. I have so many friends that I've been talking to since 10 years ago. 10 years ago. From this franchise. Who I've met up with. Who I've seen. Who are now living in my state and still talk to me. And it's just beautiful. I don't know an alternative universe where without this game, what would happen to me? You know, this game is so great. It's I don't know what else to do for this contest besides pour my heart out for this game. It's really hard to describe all of the features for it and this new expansion. This is a company that just wants everything that you want. They want to do for you like no other company does. They work for the community. The community adores them. They adore the community. It is a family. Everyone in this game is a family. we love and respect each other equally. And the freaking story that we have laid out for us is epic. I want everyone to try this game, because this game is going to last for a really, really long time. And it's better off to start now, when a new expansion is on the horizon, than to start later. So I want everyone to just join me. I mean, add me. Here, there's my name right up there. Add me. You know, talk to me. You know, I'm here. I want to hear what you have to say. You want to go into a raid party with me, a fractal? You know, let me know. We care for our community. We are the community. And we welcome all new players. So I hope to see everyone in the game. And I hope that everyone that's listened to this, whoever you are, I hope it's inspired you that this game, and games in general, can mean so much more than just a digital world. Thank you very much also to Wooden Potatoes. And please check out his YouTube channel in the description below, and the contest below. Because he's really stuck it through. And you know, regardless of how many times I've uninstalled this game, I've stayed subscribed to him, because he's that quirky guy who's obsessed with lore, and whenever I watch his videos it puts a smile on my face, because he's always excited to report something on Guild Wars related stuff. He's always excited, and it makes me so happy to hear him. And I'm so glad that he's in the position that he is with Guild Wars. And without him, this game wouldn't be where it is today. So thank you, Wooden Potatoes. Thank you for setting up this competition. I hope this video, you know, means something to you as much as it means something to me to pour my heart out on the internet like this. And I'll see you guys in Guild Wars 2.